I heard it said once that talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not. There's so much talent here, but the opportunity to apply for these US companies isn't available, and I think that's what CRDLE makes happen. The first time I came was actually to volunteer in Ethiopia, and immediately I loved it. As soon as I started volunteering, I realized that nonprofits I was working with weren't doing the good that they said that they were doing. And so I left thinking, Africa doesn't need me to volunteer. People need jobs, not charity. Ethiopia was so different than I expected. I wonder what other African countries are like. So I took a one-way ticket to Cape Town. It was just me by myself with a tent, and I spent the next 7 months and 9 days backpacking. I went through 13 African countries, and I had an amazing time. One day I was hitchhiking. I got in a ride with someone who said he worked for an outsourcing company. He took me to his office, and I applied for a job, and I got it. That was when it clicked. That outsourcing was the ultimate win-win. One, we were creating jobs overnight, and at the same time, these large Fortune 500 companies who were hiring loved the quality. The talent was amazing, the work ethic was there, and that's when I thought we could do this so much better. Let's start CRDLE.
I was on LinkedIn looking for different opportunities, projects that I could join, and I was like, well, what is this woman doing? You know, like, let me look into her a little bit more.
Helena was our first person that I hired on the CRDLE team, and we tripled our business in 3 months after she joined.
I was originally born in Addis Ababa, and then I spent my entire life all the way through college in the Bay. I always knew that I was going to make it back to Ethiopia somehow to give back to my community, and when I saw someone who didn't traditionally look like me doing that already, it was super easy for me to buy in. But this time with a mission that I genuinely believed in.
I was born in Virginia, moved to Addis when I was 7, went back to the US for college, and then I came back to Ethiopia thinking it was going to be temporary, and that was 6 years ago.
Caleb and I used to work together at another outsourcing company, and he saw the mission of what we're doing at CRDLE, and then he joined as the Chief Marketing Officer.
It feels really good to be part of a brand that's not only trying to build something from Africa, but for Africa. And when it comes to outsourcing, I think a lot of US-based companies choose not to outsource to Africa based on certain misconceptions that they have. The accents wouldn't work, or that there's going to be cultural gaps. The Wi-Fi might not be as fast, but in all honesty, these thoughts are outdated and frankly limited. The continent has so much to offer. It's an emerging market, and we have professionals that are well-polished, well-spoken, and they're both fluent in English, but also global business perspectives and culture.
We get comments like, this virtual assistant is sent from heaven. This person has changed our business. We've made over $1 million this year from one cold caller. Like, they really talk a lot about the results that our team members have brought to them.
Geography or location shouldn't be the determination of whether or not you're like a smart, capable human being. And there are millions of people in Africa that are able to get the job done, but there's a gap there. So we are the ones that are bridging that gap and making sure that each side has access to one another.
Because I had that experience backpacking throughout Africa, I knew that there was talent across the whole continent. And it's really fun to be able to also hire people from Zimbabwe, and Kenya, and Uganda, and we're slowly expanding across the continent.
So we have a motto here, and we say, choose Africa.
Choose Africa. Choose Africa for your next hire. And once they hire with us, they always end up building a team. I think it speaks for itself.